I know this.
You're not on,
there was nothing available.
You're not on Insta.
I take what was there and I pay £30. You will not buy a £5 case here, they don't never fall apart.
You do, you just wait until you get home.
You're not alive, man.
And then what?
Rex, please,
man, don't get a case.
Bro, and I had no case for days and I was like, this can't work, bro. When I went online, there was nothing, and I said to myself, forget it. Going to the car from the warehouse.
Let's just go live on this.
You two found Jamaican, man.
Who?
You two.
Who's Jamaican?
What did you just say? Blood clot, right?
Did I?
Yeah.
They know.
And they said it at the same time.
It's my language.
You fool.
I'm practicing, I told you, man.
I hope they can't see the tears.
Is it group or page?
Group. I think I'm joking, bro.
It's not your language.
You fool, shut up, man. You said to go with the dreads, yeah?
I'm thinking about cutting him off, bro.
We all said you wouldn't last.
Yeah. No, not because of me, the missus, man. She's not feeling them, bro. It's not nice, bro. It's damaging my soul, bro. It feels horrible, bro.
You know what your missus don't even
What does she like about them?
She doesn't like them. She calls them worms. She's calls them
yeah, but that's just because you're still at the
I
age.
don't like them, bro. And it's not. It don't. My confidence took a hit.
Boy.
Alright, shout out to everyone who's locked in. We're just getting Facebook involved and we will be starting.
But you're a man that don't care what people say.
My wife. I care.
But as you heard the pain, you said, I care.
Yeah, being very immature. It's a bit.
It's a bit nuts, isn't it?
Yeah, it's a bit nuts still. However,
we'll talk about this after.
I would have cut it already, yeah. If everyone weren't down, I wasn't gonna stick through it.
you're letting other people dictate what you do.
That's okay. Basically.
Hey, Facebook, can someone let me know if we are being seen properly or not?
I don't like it. To be honest, you're not.
Oh, yeah. We're back. We'll fix it. So remember, this one's a little bit delayed. Don't switch off Facebook. We're coming, man. Right.
Oh, I can't talk now.
Yeah, I think we're good. Yeah. If you're locked in on Facebook, just let us know that you're all good and you can see us clearly. Let's get this show going.
I'm going to first the guy for the show, man. I'll make this last, man.
Alright, cool. Let's get this going.
Okay.
Alright, grown ass men in the building, make some noise! Right, cool. Thank you. Whoever just said that, it's good. Glad to see that. Let me just make sure that I can see all the comments.
There's no bar today. What? No bar today.
Right. Yeah, shout out. Thank you very much. It's good. Right, guys. Before we go into the actual topic.
Are you lot?
Fuck you. Calm down with your aggression, man.
Wow. Hey guys, can I just say something? Today, yeah? We don't like each other today, but we're still doing the show. We don't like each other today.
I don't like each other, but it's all up.
It's all up, isn't it? Yeah.
Well, we just don't like each other.
Yeah, standard. I think that's a good way to explain.
So if you pick up on that, it's real. We just don't like each other today.
100%.
Yeah.
100%.
Not me, by the way. I'm cool.
Nah, man. You're not.
I'm cool, bro.
Bruv, that's why you got the wife beater on, bro. Alright, cool. Listen, let's introduce who we've got inside and let's get this show rolling. Starting from my far right.
What's going on, people? Rakes, what's good?
You say you work for Santander?
It's a banking thing.
Alright. Yes, Fender, what's going on?
Yeah, it's the Pan-African, aka Dwayne.
It's kind of interesting.
Yeah, for real, man. It's just gonna be something different, man. But yeah, obviously you got myself, the host of the show, Craig, Devil's Advocate. Let's get this kind of show. Let's get this show rolling. Right, we're gonna talk about colorism today. I just want to introduce what it is, how it kind of came about first and foremost. There was an article that was posted in our little personal group, and it was about Lioness, who is a grime MC artist, UK artist, and also the cousin of Darren. Yeah, Darren is the guy who's not wearing the hat today because I know none of you don't really remember his name, but that's cool. So it was his cousin, and basically what the article was saying, it was in the BBC, I believe, and someone had mentioned that they were a victim of colorism, but they were light skinned. And that just kind of opened, like, right, I actually did not even think that. I just think that, you know, just from dark skin, and that is the shade that is looked at negatively in terms of, because an article about Beyonce and Rihanna, they're talking about, I don't know, fair skinned women, black women who are going far in the music industry. So I pose it to you guys: does colorism exist, and why and how can you fight against it?
Well, firstly, it definitely exists. However, I do feel that sometimes it's given a label when it's not necessarily that. I'll use Lioness for an example. In the article, she's saying that she gave up on the industry. Now, for me, Lioness is probably one of the better female, probably one of top 2, top 3 when it comes to female artists in the grime industry. However, she isn't what I would define as sexy or sells sex. Yeah, and because she doesn't do that, it is harder for someone like her to make it in the industry. Whereas someone like Stefan Don comes in selling sex and it's going with the sex pill. And generally, that's how women have had to make themselves available in this industry. In America, you get a bit more opportunity without doing that. Yeah, but I think here you either have to sell that or forget about it. Generally,
even in the States, I still think they're forced. Women are forced down that road. I say forced is a strong word, but I feel they feel that
it's the norm for them.
Yeah, that sex appeal is needed when it comes to music, especially rap. It's definitely not just a UK thing. Yeah.
Alright, so basically, just in response to what Dwayne said there, like, and yeah, she's my cousin. Some people might say I'm being biased. Some people might say, but yeah, Lioness definitely for me. I think she's the best in the business, but I can accept that. Yeah, top 2, top 3. In regards to her situation, now Lioness is known throughout the industry, through industry execs, lot of people in the industry who rate her highly. She has been out for a long time. She's got a core support group, people who follow her, whether she comes back, whether she goes missing for 7 years, blah, blah, blah. The point I'm trying to make is that she is known. People know how good she is. Do you know what I mean? She has been told on several occasions by people within the industry that if her shade was lighter, she would 100% have gone further. Do you know what I mean? And that's people within the industry. So I get it. Yeah, maybe you can look at her and say, oh, she doesn't sell sex and whatnot, rah, rah, rah. But why should you, 1, have to sell sex to get far, and 2, have to be seen as a light shade in order to be successful? Do you know what I mean?
I'm not saying that you should have to, but I'm saying that is just the way it is. You look at someone like, for example, Estelle. Yeah, she's moved from the UK and gone over to the States to better her career. Do you know what I mean? Generally, here, if you're not selling sex and you don't have that sex appeal to the general public, then you're gonna stop.
The difference with good example. The difference with Estelle is that she wasn't a bars specialist. She wasn't somebody who's gonna.
She wasn't.
For me, she wasn't outstandingly talented. Do you know what I mean?
Agreed. Yeah.
And so for me, I would say, whilst I get the example, it's different with, like, the reason why I'm saying using Lioness is because, like, she's rated as, like, extremely talented. Do you know what I mean? And so if somebody's extremely talented, it's not like she doesn't want it enough. It's not for want of trying. There's reason.
All right. So what's the? This is the thing. It's what's the expectation level, and how do we class it as? Yes, she is definitely the victim of colorism. Because my thing is, first and foremost, music is audio. Yeah. So my thing is, if you're putting out the sort of music that's gonna grab the attention of people first and foremost, your audio will be heard. As to, it's almost. I think that, and I'm not saying that she's not the victim of colorism, because I don't know exactly what she's kind of been through. But my thing would be this, is that if you're the victim of colorism, let's just say, for example, that someone had a banging track, but then everyone's bumping to it, and then it's revealed who the person is behind that track, then all of a sudden it kind of peels off, and it's like, no. Because you've got to think about it. There are dark-skinned artists who have popped over here. What's that? Argues Azealia Banks come in and mash up the place, drop one tune, and everyone's just going crazy. Do you understand what I mean? Dark skinned woman who again, she is still saying that she's the victim of colorism. So this is why I'm saying, what is the expectation, or are you looking at somebody else and just thinking, well, I should have? And what kind of gets it down to narrowing it down? It's because of my shade of my skin.
For me, a lot of the problem for these artists are music execs. It's those guys there that say, you know what, we don't feel like we can promote you. We don't feel like we can advertise
the right image.
Yeah, the best that we possibly can. And it's sad because it does seem to be a UK. And like
it's a bigger problem here.
But only with black artists. No one didn't look at Adele and say, you know, we can't sell you. But I do believe that
we're standards of beauty that we've covered this.
And no, what is unfortunately, black people are more obsessed with image.
You think so?
Yes, black people are more, without a doubt. Black,
is this about? Is this about black people?
This is not more black.
No. But it is.
Black people are more obsessed with image, and what these execs are doing are looking at ways that they can promote you to.
So only your people. That's what I'm saying.
It's where it's going to start.
So I totally agree with what Rex has just said, and it is to do with it's not just about white people. It is to do with the black community as well, because you've got to think like, all right, look at in most Africa, Nigeria, Africa, Jamaica, different countries. The lightest skinned person is always seen as, all right, for instance, in terms of jobs in Jamaica, you go for a banking job. A dark skinned person and a light skinned person. A light skinned person is getting that job. Do you know what I mean? Light skinned people are seen as better. Do you know what I mean? And that's
I agree with that. I do think the colorism exists.
Yeah, no. But what I'm saying is, it is also about black people, because if we were standing up and saying, do you know what, it doesn't really matter whether she's black or whether she's dark skinned or light skinned, then what the media execs are telling us, we wouldn't be buying into. Do you know what I mean? And remember, this day and age, and for the past 5-10 years, it's been about YouTube numbers. It's been like you blow based off of YouTube, so, which is visual. Do you see what I'm saying?
Okay.
It's not just audio. It's not just audio. You know what I mean?
No, I get this.
If they don't see the whole package, they're not interested. And things, it is different now because artists are able to put out more music without needing.
Right, and it's all about what.
But when, in terms of who is pushing you and who's promoting you, that's when you need labels. Is when you need that backing.
Listen,
and being a dark skinned woman is gonna go against you.
I just want to make it clear. I'm not saying that the reason why Lioness hasn't gone on to be a superstar is for this sole reason. However, it definitely has.
I get that. So, are we saying that? All right, let's look at the people UK based that could try and keep it on this topic before we kind of move on as well. That have really blown to the next level, both black men and women. All right, I'm gonna name a few. Yeah, Wiley,
Sorry, guys.
Kano. Who else have we got? Dizzy Russell, Wretch, Chipmunk. Who else have we got? Stormzy. See, and right, let me stop at Stormzy. Yeah, and this is no disrespect to Stormzy or anything like that. But no, honestly, it crosses the barriers, and this is why I say it marks out everything, because in terms of colorism and everything, he shouldn't be where he is. In terms of, if colorism is so rife, yeah. You know what I'm saying? Because just look at some of the lyrics and all of that he used to say about himself, you know what I'm saying? Like being dark skinned and whatnot. He shouldn't be there. However, and this is the reason why I say there has to be a time, and I'm not trying to take away from anybody's talent, where talent and the audio and whatever your artistry has to come through. You know what I'm saying? Cream should always rise to the top, and that's what I do believe. Whilst there are obstacles, and I can't doubt that. You know what I'm saying?
I would agree. I agree with what you're saying. The only thing I would say is that it's definitely different for men and women.
Okay.
You know what I mean? In terms of colorism exists in general.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? For black men also as well, but it's nowhere near to the extent as it is with women. You know, and black women are.
I think men make that situation worse. Black men.
Yeah, definitely. Black women are bottom of the barrel in terms of people out there, people from different races.
They are. They are.
Black women are
Black women at bottom of the barrel. That's like a soundbite, man.
but
Jeez.
but seen as bottom of the barrel. You know what I mean?
They are. They are seen as the lowest.
Yeah, and so a dark-skinned black woman.
Society portrays them.
Exactly.
That is not a viewpoint here.
Yeah, let me make myself clear. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. But dark-skinned women are the very, very bottom of the barrel. Do you see what I'm saying?
Okay.
Yeah.
And so it's like it's allowed for black men to be seen and to be heard on our TV screens, blah blah blah. But the black women, it's like for some unknown reason they have been kept behind. You know what I mean?
All right, but isn't that changing?
No, I agree with what Darren's saying. They are different things, but at the same time, I subscribe to what Craig is saying about talent and what you're putting out there.
Yeah.
Now, for me, like I said, Lioness bars, bruv. Yeah, she does. But now I've listened to her mixtapes and so I've followed her. Yeah, but I can't, right top of my head right now, cannot think of a club that I'll say put that in a club and that bangs out. But if you're not making those, if you're not making those kind of tracks here, your road to where you want to get to is going to be slow. Yeah. You have to accept that. You have to make those club bangers if you want that quick.
All right, this is all based on opinion, isn't it?
100%.
I would disagree with that in terms of club bangers. She's definitely got club bangers, definitely. If you don't feel they're club bangers, then obviously that's your opinion. But like I said, I'm not trying to make.
I don't know. If I'm going to be honest, I don't know that she's got club bangers. Yeah. And the question that I asked is why. Do you understand what I mean? I dabble in a little bit of the old UK stuff, you know. I try and keep my ear out, see what's going on. Yeah, I dabble. So my thing is, if you've got a banger, why don't I know?
You know, she reminds me. She might sound a bit wild here, but more someone of like Remy, where they're gonna give you good tracks, but not necessarily gonna give you something that bangs out in the club.
Okay, but this is my thing, and this is the reason why I'm saying.
And that's why I don't feel that that's a. I'm not saying there isn't any thing, but that's why I don't think it's an all colorism thing, because at the end of the day, you're not. What are you doing to get there? Like, I'll give you an example, of I know you might have seen it over you guys. There's a little black girl in the States. No, there's a black girl.
That's what I wanted to say in a minute. I'm thinking
there's a black girl singing currently, like she's just gone viral. She's covering people's tracks. She's done Booed Up remix.
The same one you posted on your.
Now her, she's dark, but she's gone. Just I mean, because of what she's done, and it's appealed to the masses. If you don't appeal to the masses, you're not gonna do that.
So this is my thing. So it comes down to the fact of how do we identify you are the victim of colorism. And the other thing as well, I have to put this in. Remember, I'm a dark-skinned man as well. Please don't forget this. Who I think I've been a victim of colorism many a time, but I forgive everybody. Yeah. But at what point are we now using that as an excuse?
None. That's what I'm saying.
Right? Do you understand where I'm coming from?
Yeah.
It's like, well,
but I think we have to be careful, because standing up and speaking about it doesn't equate to it being used as an excuse. You know what I mean? And I personally, and as my cousin, if I felt she was using an excuse, which she's done an article about it because of the tune that she's done. You know what I mean? Which obviously
tune was big.
Which obviously identifies that the issues that she's faced. But if she was using it as an excuse, it's just about speaking up and just about letting people know that this is actually going on.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
About awareness. It's not necessarily an excuse.
And like I said before, I'm not saying that this is the sole reason why she hasn't been a huge superstar. However, I would say, look at Steph London. Steph London was out for a hot minute. Yeah. Now, a lot of people didn't know about her. She signed up with, I can't remember the major, because she was a major label. Instantly, huge superstar. Instantly.
But why is that though? Think about why.
Yeah, they see that she has a package that they want. They feel that they can market.
As soon as she's dropped, she's done that. She's done that bow.
Yeah. But as soon as she's dropped, that's the label doing that. She was doing this before.
So are we arguing the point that maybe a lioness wouldn't get the opportunity that a Steph London would? And I'm just talking about the visual, the package,
and what she's running.
Do you understand what I mean?
Right.
Because I'm not talking
that
talent
from the league.
Forget the talent. They might be on equal talent terms, yeah.
They're not.
This is just an example. Just an example, yeah. Let's just say they were on equal talent terms.
Yeah.
You've got Lioness, who's a dark-skinned woman, and you've got Steph London, who is a light-skinned woman. who are they going to
It's a lot easier to know
because
And the reason why
Why?
is because society deems it more acceptable to see a lighter shaded person.
I don't necessarily think that is the reason.
I think that is. I do agree with that.
It's also not just the light skin thing. Let's not get it twisted. It is the whole package of Steffler.
Yeah.
It is the hair and seeing breast out the door and all of that.
There you go.
It's all of it. If Steph London had an afro, it probably wouldn't be the way it is right now.
And she was covered up, and they didn't do that. It wouldn't, regardless of her skin tone, she wouldn't have gone anywhere. It's because of the way she's packaged herself.
That's sad,
It's very sad, but it's the reality of the world that we live in.
And it's weird because it is just women. Because
But is it just women? Is it just women or is it just light skinned women? Because if Lioness, let's just say she went through the same route and just said, well, you know what? Here you go, here's some tits, have some of that. Yeah, no clothes, no disrespect, but you know what I'm saying? Like, let's have it all out there. You know what I'm saying? I'll talk about. I don't know what Stefflon done. I don't even like her music. I'll be real. Like, but I don't know what she talks about. So is it a sex thing? Is it
relationship? What she's currently doing is more driven at relationships and that. But it's just her visuals. That's what it is.
But and what I'm trying to is it the genre that she's going towards? Does that give that more opportunities? Because is Lioness strictly a grime artist?
I do think Lioness has got enough talent to cross over.
I do talent, but is the material
that's what I'm saying. I've never heard something where I would have thought to myself, "Wow, this is a club." For me, I've always got good music from her, but I've never heard something
because the bar suggests you could be a UK rapper.
It's like
the genre is a bit bigger. Would she still suffer the same colorism?
I think she's grouped in grime, and that's probably not the best place for. It's not the best place for anyone to blow. But especially for a female, I do think in a grime category, she's probably going to be held back a little more.
All right.
Whereas if she was in something a little more commercial,
we can use somebody else.
Okay.
Yeah? We can use somebody else. Miss Banks. Yeah. Now Miss Banks and Steph London are friends. They're cool.
Okay.
You know what I mean? They kind of came up, kind of ish together. Now Miss Banks is talented, bro. She's talented. I personally think she's better than Steph London. You get me? I personally. Some people might argue. I personally. Yeah. She sells sex.
Okay.
She sells sex, blood. That's part of her image. A part of her imagery is the whole sexual thing. Now, she hasn't been picked up by anybody. She hasn't been picked up by anybody. Now, remember, like I said, before Steph London got picked up, Steph London was talking grease. Miss Bank talks grease. She talks sex, this, blah, blah, blah. Yeah, I mean, but one has flown the nest and bust.
Is she as attractive as Steph London? No.
I personally think she is. I personally think she is.
I don't know. I ain't really seen her too much, to be fair. All right, cool. Well, let me.
You told me she just not.
All right, shout out to Anton. Yeah, he said which I think is the main problem. I don't know if I missed the comment. Which I think is the main problem. Not that I think it's right. Not to say the rest ain't, but I think that I have a lot more to stand for. Dark skinned girls got pride. Okay. I'm trying to basically put together what he's trying to say there. So I think he's saying that, I don't know, maybe the dark skinned girls carry more pride in their
less likely to do
in terms of their sex. But how can you put that down to a shade of skin? I don't think that's the only thing I would say. Shout out to Precious. She said hello, lads. What's going on, Precious? Yeah, but so Miss Banks. All right, let's go on to this. Ain't she the one who got the co-sign from Nicki Minaj?
I don't know.
One of them English artists did. I'm sure it was her. Someone might be able to confirm. But normally, in terms of what I was going with, normally that's the you know what? You got the stamp of approval. All right, cool. Let me go and check her out now. Do you understand what I mean? Go.
For me, when I said about the whole what we're putting out there, I'm gonna take it a bit to the States. We look at Beyonce. We look at Kelly Rowland. Yeah. Now Kelly is beautiful.
As we said again, that's his favorite band, by the way.
Yeah, and Beyonce is obviously she's pretty in her own right as well. Yeah, however,
she's beautiful as well, man.
I'm fine with what you said. So for me, they both come out, and people will always say, "Oh, Kelly's been held back," blah blah blah. But it's not that. You listen to Kelly Rowland's albums, and they don't do what Beyonce's albums. They don't have them kind of music on it. So therefore, Kelly stays in her lane simply because her music is not of the level of Beyonce's. Now, the songs that were good, Blue.
The thing about it, yeah.
Sorry, I
go on.
want to go to this
Yeah.
thing, man. Shout out to Amma B, yeah, because I love when people come on and they just say what they feel, yeah. She said, "Are any of you men in a serious relationship with a woman? Just as sorry, I shouldn't have stopped there. Are any of you in a serious relationship with a woman just as dark as you, or even darker? I'm guessing no, but just curious."
Why did you guess no? Why did
That's more interesting.
Yeah, I would like to know why you said no, because my preference is dark skinned women.
Yeah.
My wife isn't dark like me, but that isn't because I went out looking for someone of her complexion. It just happened to be that way. But my preference is dark skinned women. Everybody knows that. Like I said, Kelly Rowland is up there with my favourites, along with Gabrielle Union.
My missus is as dark as me.
I'm not, but I have been.
What?
I'm saying, you like.
I'm also being with dark skinned women.
Right, what I'm saying, that's not a real. I'm not. There's no prejudice. It just so happens that I'm no longer with them, but that's not because of any hang-ups I've got about complexion.
Yeah.
I would like to know why you asked that question.
Yeah, I'm a bit.
No. I don't want to know why you asked the question.
Why do you come to something? Yeah.
Oh, yeah. My wife is lighter than me, but I think everyone is. I'm like everyone is in it, so I'm not going to narrow down my playing field. You understand? But on a serious note, you just fall in love with who you fall in love with, and that's the end of it for me. But Amma B, come back to us. Yeah,
very interesting.
I'm all about personality.
Bro, allow it, bro.
You've just gone down a whole.
But my thing is, in terms of obviously the Beyonce and Kelly thing,
yeah,
I think this goes back to, well, I don't know if it goes back to proving my point, because obviously Beyonce is a bit lighter. She's just better than she's just purely better than Kelly in every way, musically and artistically.
You better slow down. Yeah, you better stop right there.
You better leave it to me.
It's the greatest of all time, isn't it?
The thing about it is, I agree with you now. However, we just don't know like what led to that, because obviously from a young age you could see that Beyonce got pushed more in it.
That's running shit.
Yeah, of course. I have nothing against her dad for doing that, because I would do exactly the same if I was in that position. All I'm saying though is that the fact that Beyonce was pushed more doesn't mean to say that Kelly couldn't have done that if she did.
I'm not saying Kelly couldn't have done better than what she's done. However, it is to the naked eye what we've seen and what we've both put out. Beyonce is far more talented. We just have to accept.
I can't disagree with that.
And I am a Kelly Rowland huge fan. You know this, but I have pictures in my room. You name it.
You fancy her? There's a difference.
No, that is true. Well, let me just ask this question. Do you think that there is any coincidence that some of the artists that we've loved and praised, even down to the Nicki Minaj's, the Beyonce's, I think there was a picture that was put out there, the Rihanna's. Let's not even go to MJ, that's extreme. He changed the whole race.
MJ's off bounds.
No, man, listen, I hope you didn't touch them kids, but yeah, do you think that it's a coincidence, or do you just think that that's what they feel they had to do to get further? I mean, in terms of appearing lighter than what they are.
They are being pushed to do that simply to appeal to more people.
Bro,
I don't agree with it.
Listen,
no.
Listen, what happened? Sorry, guys. Listen. Like this isn't starting from just like 10, 15. This is starting from Elvis and them days, bruv. Like where majority of tunes that were coming from black people, and they used to basically have white people as the face of the track. You see what I'm saying? Okay. Just to sell, because it was like black people can't be on the face of a record or can't be in a video. Blah, blah. So you get me? So it's not just from it's not a coincidence.
And it is, let's not get it twisted. It isn't just music execs pushing this, because you have to remember there are people out there that think that being lighter is better than being dark. So a music exec telling them to do this, they're not exactly saying no, I don't want to do this, because a lot of them are already on that mentality anyway. They already think that they will prosper. They'll prosper and go further in not just music industry but in life by appearing lighter.
I do think
that's a messed up mentality that goes way further back than music industry and anything like that.
I think it's more of a problem in the music industry than it is anywhere else. and that's solely because.
Nah, bro.
I thought you said something different.
Nah.
When I think
you're
about
crazy
industry,
to say that.
I'm talking about industries. Yeah, so I think it's more of a problem in the music industry that fix up
rather than film or anything.
film.
Yeah, okay,
that's what I'm saying.
Okay, I thought you. Okay.
Not about life.
No, that's what I was I was like saying, no.
I'll do that. I don't think it's such a problem in the other industries. I think in the music industry it's a huge problem, and I think, like I said, you get rappers and male black singers coming out and saying stupid comments that help push that.
But I'm going to say what I think is the issue. And at the beginning of this conversation, I said that it's not actually about the black people, but it actually is. And this is my thinking behind it. Yeah.
Go on, I'll come back to that.
Right. You got to think about like the women that are celebrated by the male artists. Remember, males lead the way in terms of music, just in terms of opportunities. The women that are shown in their music videos, do you understand what I mean, are not images of the people who are facing the struggle of trying to get by.
Not images of the women that will more likely be in that rapper's life.
Yes, it's 100% true. 100% true.
His mom, his sister.
And I'm not trying to say that light-skinned women or white women shouldn't be represented in videos, but there's no equality across the board. And it's not a reflection of, like Darren just said, of real life in terms of, you know, I don't say what we would deem attractive, but a dark-skinned girl who is absolutely stunningly beautiful and a light-skinned girl who's also stunningly beautiful, the light-skinned girl will just go in the video. It's just the image that I've always seen.
It's the default. What I mean? It's the default.
And that's sad. That's sad. But we're to blame for that. Do you understand what I mean? Because you have to remember, we are also the victims of culture vultures. Yeah. So remember the people who are outside of the culture come and look and see what's going on. Take that, and then that side blows up, and then all of a sudden people are more exposed. So what we are setting the standards for is what's been taken. Do you understand what I mean? And it's
and it's hard to then be angry at it because it's something that has necessarily come from us.
Do you know what? It's and a lot of times when we
you say it's come from you say it's come from us and within but
we encourage.
Yes, but it didn't come from us.
All right,
do you know what I mean? It's come from when we were enslaved and so
and that mentality has carried on through the years and we've encouraged it. Yeah. But to go back to what you were saying about the film thing, I do think maybe not so much nowadays because I do think darker skin is being promoted more and I do think that they are coming through the door more. But I think back in the day, if you had say a light skinned actress and a dark skinned actress and they're both as good as each other, they were picking the lighter one because once again they saw that as more appealing and more races would feel that the look of that.
Just coming back to what you were saying as well, Craig, I think in regards to the black community, I think whenever we have these kind of debates and discussions regarding kind of race and the black community and blah blah blah, it always comes back down to two sets of people who are prepared to do something and another set of people who are happy with the convenience, and it's convenient for people to see what they've always seen. Do you see what I'm saying? Okay. So if you see a light-skinned woman on the telly in a rap video and blah blah blah, that's what kind of what you know. You know what I mean? So for a man sitting down there, it's like, boy, or even the people who are doing the rap videos, it's like,
I think that's where it probably is more.
Why am I gonna put a dark-skinned woman in there when I know like a light-skinned woman's gonna sell my video, it's gonna reach more people?
Yeah, and then it comes down to it comes down to what's important.
Exactly.
But again, it goes right around that whole cycle because if you've got someone who's backing you, like you said, like the Steph London who's got the big backing, they are no longer interested in what is portrayed. They're interested in making that money back. Do you understand what I mean?
100%.
And it's nuts, man. But let me just read out a couple more comments. Yeah, I'm a B back again. She said, it seems like almost every black man seem to always love dark-skinned women, but never seem to be one.
So who's with all the dark-skinned women then?
They're single, isn't it? Obviously. It's a joke, by the way. It's a joke, by the way. You know, I got to say it like bare times. I was joking, innit? Let me just say, she said that she's got to get ready for work, but she's still listening. Yeah.
Cool. Yeah, I think that's interesting what she's saying, but like I said, it for me, it just didn't work out. Do you know what I mean? I was really asking, it just didn't work out. Not because she was dark, it just didn't work out. Yeah. I'm not gonna then when I'm looking, you have to be dark. Yeah, I can't be doing that.
Yeah.
My thing is,
I couldn't come out there and just say that dark is my preference. It just don't apply to me because
it applies to me, but
it's just whoever I'm attracted to. I'm attracted to. That's just the way I see it, really.
That's a different show, to be fair.
Yeah, 100%. Let me read a couple more. Right, Jack P.
Yes, Jack P.
Right. She said, very good point from Emma B. I don't know one black. I don't want to take this into a different direction. I'm just going to go through the comments. I don't know one black man in a relationship with a black woman who is darker than him. In fact, most black men I know are with white women. Okay, Darren, we've answered that question. Right. She said, my cousin is very dark and beautiful and end up marrying a white guy at 30 because black men she would date wouldn't even bring her around their family and friends after years of dating. Jesus Christ. Oh my gosh. Man in London, though, that's why you're
Can I just say something? And I don't want to delve and go into different the show. What I just want to know is like, why is it when people say I dated black guys
and I gave up
and they didn't do this, so I've gone, like, how many black guys did that person date? Yeah. Did they date 10 black guys? And even if they dated 10 black guys,
there's still how many
black men are there in London, let alone England, let alone the world? Do you see what I'm saying? Like, it's not a representation, close to a representation of the black male population. So why are people so quick to just use a full sample to say,
to me, that's just when someone said I tried it, you're buying into the stigma that's attached to black men, in my personal opinion.
Exactly.
Right, coming back on topic, she said everyone in the black community benefits from colorism, except black women. I think she means dark-skinned women. So why would they want to change it? And hold on, let me read that again because no, I don't think she means that now. Everyone in the black community benefits from colorism, except black women. So
I think what she means is that they can benefit from it, not that we all do. Like, for example, if I'm going to do a music video and I record a light skin video, I'm benefiting as a man. But a dark skinned woman, there is no benefit for her.
Okay, she's going on to say, dark skinned women are for the most part single mothers. Whoa, Jesus Christ. But where the fuck, Jack P? Hold on a minute. You said, hold on, I got to repeat this. Dark skinned women.
I said, I want to hear his point.
Yeah. Dark skinned women are for the most part single mothers. They are less likely to be married than light-skinned women. That is a fact. I need to see the numbers. I can't.
I want to know where you got that fact from.
I don't think he's going to be far off.
You don't think so?
For the most
but we are guesstimating. We are definitely.
I don't think he's going to
be far off. For the most part, single mothers part, I'm not so certain about. And are we talking
about marriage part?
Are we talking about London? Are we talking about England?
I think that comment is reckless.
The marriage part, I don't think he's going to be far off.
And the thing about it
I don't think it's reckless.
With those kind of comments, you have to be careful that you're not allowing that stereotype and the stigma to grow even further by saying those things. Do you see what I'm saying?
I think that's I think.
But listen, and this is the thing, we don't, because we don't know the person.
I've read something similar along the line.
No, but what I'd like to know is that in relation to.
I think when I read it was in regards to England.
Okay, but I think are they taking ratios into that? Are they talking? Are there more dark-skinned people than light-skinned? Like, there's a lot that needs to be taken into that before you start making wild statements.
You can't say it's wild if it's factual.
I'm not saying it's wrong.
Most dark-skinned women are single mothers is a reckless stupid.
I didn't say that. I'm not supporting that.
Stupid. No, I'm not spat on you as well. I'm sorry.
Until I see something factual, I'm saying it's wild.
I'm not saying it's wrong. I'm not saying it's wrong.
What do you say? Start
in
the cup,
Oh, right. Let me read out a couple more. Comments. Right. Cherie has said, being a single mother, what does that matter when it comes to skin colour? Circumstances and situations make that happen, not the colour of your skin. And you know what? 100% agree. Yeah, you're going to get a little thumbs up. Because I just think that comment was stupid. See, that comment was stupid.
At least I'm going to explain.
You can't say stupid.
Of course it's stupid.
Hold on. If it's factual, based on London or England,
I'm just saying that first bit there. It said a full stop.
At least
so I full stop. Dark-skinned women are for the most part single mothers.
He might have got some facts.
Yeah.
No, you ain't.
Alright, hold on. One thing, yeah.
You ain't.
He hasn't provided what those stats are in reference to. But it could possibly be true. However, for me,
you're saying don't buy into this shit, and you're confusing me now.
No, he said he can't rule it without knowing. That's
exactly, and that's all I'm saying.
And without knowing as a fact, I can keep to my
Well, most
that
black men are criminals and committed crime. Yeah, are you sort of okay with that now?
No.
Why? You don't know. You don't know.
That's not factual.
I've committed a crime. You don't know. You don't know.
You say it's not factual. So how do you know that's factual then?
No,
The marriage thing, I think, but we don't know. I can't say
No,
that
you don't know. You assume.
What, assume what?
You assume that it's right.
Well, the marriage thing?
Yeah.
No, I read it.
You're telling me it's factual.
I'm telling you that I read that black women, are less likely to get married than everybody else.
Oh, so it's not. So it's not.
So I said that what he's saying, I
it's a
wouldn't
race
rule that
thing.
out.
It's a race thing, not.
No,
I read race.
Yes, right. That's totally different.
I don't care about that. What are you talking about?
What you're talking about is
But we
totally
can't
different.
get
He
angry
said
at
about
stupid, we don't
dark
know.
skin with.
He's
he's
talking
saying
about black and
other
white
races and other races.
It's irrelevant.
That's irrelevant to this argument.
It's not irrelevant.
It is. You're not listening to me.
Hold on. Let me explain myself. If he is saying that dark-skinned women are less likely to be married,
Light-skinned women.
than anybody else.
No. He didn't say
that's what he said. That's inclusive of light-skinned women, is it not?
Yeah, but it doesn't include the comparison of dark-skinned women and light-skinned women. That's what we are talking about. Remember, it's colorism we're talking about. So another race doesn't really.
I don't understand your point. My point is we can't say it's stupid because we don't know.
And that's what I'm trying to say.
Hold on, another stat. Hey, listen, Jack P, make sure these stats are right, Don't let me read this out of the show and then people say, right, that man said that. Over 60% of black women with children with black men are single mothers. Where's the source for these things?
Okay, based on.
Hold on.
That's just black again.
Yeah, this is just black because we are talking about colorism as well. So I do want you to come back on what you said because if it is just opinion, it's opinion. Most of those women are dark skinned. That's what I meant. Okay, 60% of black women with children with black men are single mothers. Where have you got that? All right, cool. The 60% I can't argue. If you're telling me it's fact, I'm going to believe you.
The differentiation between dark skin and light skin.
Exactly. Where have you got that?
Where do you draw the line as well? What no longer is dark skin? Do you know what I mean? Where do you go? It's a bit tricky.
I think that may be related to black women as a whole, but not.
Yeah. I think that the light skin, dark skin is his opinion. I personally think anyway. You can tell me if I'm wrong. Precious has said I disagree with that comment. Full stop. Natashi has said cultural appropriation is real.
Yeah.
And we've got here. Amma B has said, shout out to Amma B. I've never seen your name come up before. Yeah. Listen, we enjoy getting into a little bit of a convo. I'm not a mother at all. And most likely will never be. Okay, that's fine. That's okay. But don't a black man have to leave the woman to make a single mother? No.
Why does the black man have to leave? Why cannot
why can the woman just leave?
Decide that
Like you don't change your mind.
And judging by how many black men seem to coincidentally barely ever.
Huh?
That's what it says. Oh, okay. So she carries on. Barely ever be with a woman his own complexion. Maybe there is a connection with colorism might contribute to single motherness. That's interesting. All right, let me try and not get in my feelings about what you're saying because you're vexing me up in the face. I don't like what you're saying, but I'm gonna try and.
I don't agree.
I don't like what you're saying,
but I understood.
But I'm trying to take something from it. All right. So basically, I think what she's saying is that it's almost what I was saying before. We're not celebrating or being with women of our own complexion that reflects ourselves or our mothers, maybe. Is the problem starting here?
What I would say,
but I thought that was obvious anyway. To be honest, I think colorism has to start within the race.
Yeah, but by you not dating a dark woman, that's not colorism, bro. That's just. It just happened, didn't it? You're not deliberately going up your way. You're not anti.
If there was 90% of, let's just say 95% of the race of dark skinned men chose to do what I've done and be with I don't want to say it because but let me just try and use it for this point. But let's just say 95% of people made the decision because it weren't conscious either that all right, I'm gonna be with someone who's lighter skinned than me.
You're making the choice
consciously. But that is colorism. Whether it's not even about being conscious.
It is about being conscious.
Subconscious,
which some people will do it subconscious.
But this ties into exactly what I'm going to say because this is such a deep subject. You know what I mean? Because the fact of the matter is, it's what we have been taught, it's what we have been conditioned to believe. the ideal of the European standard of beauty. Yeah, and so obviously coming into Europe, we're told that, all right, this is what is beautiful and this is what you should really and truly go for. So therefore, like, it's not just about conscious, it's about subconscious also as well.
Yeah, when Ray said
you see what I'm saying? It's definitely about subconscious as well. I mean, like I said, you can be, if you're confident in yourself that you love somebody who's lighter than you or who's in a different race, and it's solely because you have fallen head over heels for that person and you love them for the person that they are, then cool, that's fine. But if it's to do with, she's too dark, I don't like her.
When it's subconscious, you don't think that.
Exactly.
Yeah.
That's
That's
the point.
Yeah, you don't even realize that you're making.
She made a very interesting,
It's interesting. Yeah,
I don't think it applies to me because, like I said, I've been with dark skin, it just didn't work out.
Yeah.
But let me read out a couple more comments. Whoever made this from Emma, she said, whoever made that statement about dark-skinned women being single mothers, it is just ridiculous and pointless to the topic. I agree. Maybe they might not end up immediately in another relationship after separation, as they are not considered as desirable as light-skinned women. So light-skinned women might not necessarily be with their kid's dad, just a man, because it's easier to pick one up. Interesting.
Good point.
Interesting.
Good point.
Are you saying that all light-skinned...
Is this Emma B again?
Is that what she said?
Is that Emma B?
No, I think it's Emma.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, hold on. So light-skinned women might not necessarily be with their kids' dad. So light-skinned is... It's almost like putting out there, light-skinned women are with more guys than dark-skinned women.
Craig just wants to create something.
I'm just reading between the lines.
I
You know what I'm saying?
thought you were going to say something about
No.
hole. Like, you know you love
That's
that.
wait, he said about promiscuous. Did you hear it?
I was good, but I didn't want to. I didn't want to bring it.
Don't go down.
I didn't want to bring it.
Don't go down.
Right, let me read out a couple more. Right, Precious said, how many black men stand up to their responsibilities and don't? All right, see, listen, this is, and I knew this is what happened. Whenever someone opens the door to a discussion about colorism, women, and celebration, a lot of the time it does come back on to, and I'm not trying to say that all men should be exempt from any sort of criticism or analysis or being held accountable or nothing like that. But it's not what we're kind of talking about today.
And how every subject can't lead down that road. Like every subject can't end up on black men aren't doing shit. Like.
Yeah. But and this is what I'm saying. This is a good example. Let me just read this. Right, Selena said, some people may say I want to be with a lighter man stroke woman to have good looking kids. Right.
That's
right. And this is what I'm going to say about this whole colorism thing. And we've got, I can't call it racism within the race, but you kind of get what I'm alluding to. Yeah. But the good hair. Who's told you that it's good hair?
Right.
It's the Europeans, because if your hair's more straight like a European, then you're considered to have good hair. Do you understand what I mean?
Yeah.
Then you've got about to have good looking kids. Oh, to mixed race kids were supposed to be like the golden thing because you need something to. And I don't want to be disrespectful to any race or nothing like that.
No, but
you need a bit of European or something else to mix with black for it to be considered beautiful.
And likewise, on the flip side, there are a lot of white women who basically go with black guys to get a mixed race child.
Yeah, exactly.
You see what I'm saying? And that, like, unfortunately, I know of a couple like that. Stupid. What I was gonna say is that whole thing about creating good-looking babies is so dumb, especially in the context of shade and what kind of, like, me and my missus, like I said, my missus is as dark as me, could possibly be darker. Our children aren't dark. Our children aren't dark. You get me? It's mad, and that's due to obviously who we've got in our families and whatnot. It's not an exact science. Because you're with somebody of a certain kind of shade doesn't mean your children are turn out a certain kind of way. It's just dumb.
It's odd, isn't it? That's what people are working with.
It's dumb.
Let me read out a couple more. Right. Shante said, where is the distinction between skin color? Okay, I think we covered that. I think. Jack Fear said, a black man legitimates his child. A man is the gatekeeper of marriage, whereas a woman the gatekeeper of sex. Jesus Christ. I'll tell you something.
Well,
I like it. I like that.
Jack B's on it today.
That's true. I like that.
But what is that to
I don't know what
Yeah,
you're
you
doing.
know, I'm not doing this, but it is true.
I like it.
That's a Kanye moment. You know, someone just comes with something random. You think, what? And then you think about it. That.
That's profound.
Right. He said, to me, it's obvious that if black men see more value in a light-skinned woman, he is more likely to marry her.
Yeah, but that's based on what you have been like
Conditioned to believe.
Yeah, if society says to you, hey, look, this is what you should go for. This is great for you. Here's all the benefits of going down this road. You're gonna go down that road. And if society says, don't go down that road, it's terrible, it's dark, it's black, there's no street lights.
We will see this in the next 20 years. We will see this in full effect when you see more and more gay couples on the roads, because now it's socially acceptable. So you'll see more and more as we get older.
Yep, he went there.
It's reality. It's the truth. You see it on all the TV every flipping 5 minutes.
Let me read a couple more before we start wrapping up, because we need to wrap you up. But like,
All the way left.
Right, Selena said, I agree with Darren. Right, Precious has said, not always, but some mixed race kids are not good looking. 100%. And this applies to every race. Every race. I definitely agree with that. The one thing I would say though is that when you do see something which is unusual, it is normally fascinating in a way. So I can get why people, it's like a dark-skinned person with green eyes naturally. It's quite fascinating because it's not, do you understand what I mean? It's out of the norm.
Yeah.
So in terms of obviously mixed race kids in the way in which... All right, it's almost like... It's like if you mix two, you don't know what you're going to get in it. Like, you don't... Like, serious, you don't, innit?
So,
I mean,
so what you're saying is that
no, seriously,
appeal to people.
Hear what I'm saying? Yeah, I'm saying that could
I don't know.
That could appeal, man.
That I don't know.
That
what
whole
I'm gonna
fascination
get
of
You don't know what you're gonna get when you get with a black girl.
No, you do, man. Come on.
No, you don't.
You don't.
I'm not being funny, yeah. I could picture what my kids were gonna look like before.
Shit.
Come on.
Yeah.
But hear what I'm saying? If I had a child with a white woman,
Your picture makes a sound.
I'd be like, ooh, don't know how this one's gonna come out.
Nah,
You know what I'm saying?
yeah,
What
bro.
kind of
shit, bro?
fucking bullshit is that?
Billy Bonnets. Billy
I
Bonnets.
disagree.
Man is having a stakeout, bro. Guess what his children were gonna look like?
I could imagine
He said
that
he-
picture.
he-
of my
he-
children.
he said he could, man. He said he did.
But come on, you can picture what your kids are gonna look like if you have a
I
child with
have
someone.
no clue my children will look like.
Really?
No. I've got one skin that's dark.
It would be
one that's
easier than a white person. Come on, man.
No.
You're not being immature. Right, let's wrap it up. Let's wrap it up. Right.
I thought my children were gonna be dark, bro. Nope.
But your children are dark.
No, they're not dark.
They're not skin.
The dark skin.
My children are not dark. Like they're not dark like
Why
I.
you
They're not
not-
dark
why
like
don't
you.
you want
They're
them
not
to
dark like you.
They're dark skin kids.
I haven't got a problem with my children being dark skin at all. I'm saying to you, that was my expectation.
Well, they'll be darker than what they are, you mean?
Yeah,
Why?
because of their mum's complexion and my complexion.
I
That's
don't
why.
particularly think any of you two are particularly dark. You're obviously dark skinned, but
Yeah, but what I'm saying is the children are darker. Are lighter than us, innit? I'm not saying they're light skinned, but I'm saying they're lighter than
Not
us.
by that much.
I know it. Yes,
They are.
It wouldn't be something that's
No, it's it.
Yeah, that's
Oh, do you
recognised.
know what? I wish I could show them to people
Like,
with my children.
for Carter's guy, for example, is fair skin in comparison to me. So I would get them. Yours are practically your complexion.
No, they're not, bro. No, they're not.
Bro, is it alright?
My children are my complexion.
I said that.
More or less, isn't it?
They're
No,
about
they're
your
not.
complexion.
They're not, bro. They're not. They're not. And you lot, I swear to God, you lot are the only ones that's ever said that. I swear to God, I swear on my children's life, you lot are the only ones that ever said that to me.
Bro.
Right.
Serious.
Alright, cool. Well, listen.
Yeah, anyway.
Well, just with a bit of
Right, so
information.
Romano and you
I'm darker
are
than
the
both
same
my
complexion.
parents.
You lot are the same complexion.
There ain't much in it.
There's not much, yeah.
There ain't much in it.
Between
Him and Ramsey, him and Romario.
That's what I'm saying. They're the same complexion.
Well, it applies to you, bro.
What I'm saying to you is
I'm not gonna-
Brandon
I'm gonna wrap it up.
and Ramotsa, I'm just putting that the name. But my own eldest son and your son are two different complexions.
Yeah, but there's not much in it.
Bruv. Okay. Alright, cool.
Alright, listen, so, yeah. It's all about
It's
colorism.
like me and you. There's not much in it.
No, bruv. It's not nowhere. That's stupid. Me and you
They
are pretty much the same
They are
complexion. Pretty much.
but just not.
Bruv.
One second. Because we used to having some dark skin, light skin.
Yeah, for real.
This is mad.
It's just a dark skin.
Let me just read out one more comment and then we're going to take everyone's final thoughts and wrap this up. Because we are definitely going over time. Right. Emma said, and this is interesting, I think it kind of goes on to what Jack P or Emma was saying. I get told by guys a lot that their preference is dark-skinned women. But then I see their lives. And yeah, this is what we kind of go through. And they are always married, dating light-skinned girls. Does that therefore mean dark-skinned girls are cool to date, but not cool enough to marry? Ooh. But my thing would be this. Let me just answer that quickly. From when there is that attraction to date, the argument's over. Now it's just about you. You know what I'm saying? If you're a dickhead and you just happen to be dark-skinned, then you're a dickhead. You know what I'm saying? It is what it is. But I think once we've got over that attraction barrier, I think the colorism is out the window as far as I'm concerned. Like it personally, I don't know if anyone thinks.
I agree. Fully agree.
All right, cool. Let's wrap up the show then.
I don't know if I fully agree, because you can date somebody with the intention just to be.
What? Just have you done it for?
So that's
because I don't understand why you date someone just what for fun. I don't understand.
There's some places that do that. So whether I've done it before means that it can come.
Because what I'm trying to understand, Darren, is I don't.
Is that the case?
But what I'm saying is, I don't understand the purpose. What? So you just date like with the intention of what? What's the intention? I don't understand. What fun?
You can date somebody.
You can beat someone,
and not have any intention for it to go any further. Is what I'm saying.
Well, so you just want to beat, basically.
You can. I don't know if I'm.
No, I'm sorry. I actually get what Darren
you can
said.
date somebody and not have any intention.
It's kind of like that comment you made when you said you'd beat a white woman, but you wouldn't.
That's not the same.
And what he's saying is,
it's not even remotely the same.
So, bro, you can't date or you can't. So it has to be just.
When you say dating, what we say?
What do you think?
Because that's what I'm
dating. What do you do?
Dating for me means we are together and we're building something.
All right, cool. Then that's for you. But you can date as in go out, be sleeping with this person.
Linking, yeah, okay.
I don't go any further.
I understand that. Linking doesn't count for nothing.
So some of you may need a breakdown of what dating.
Right. So I had to say linking for him to understand.
Dating and linking are not the damn. Are they the same thing?
Not the same.
They're not the same.
Not the same.
Good.
If I'm dating someone, we are building together, and then I can't understand why we would building.
But no, Dwayne is very black and white.
He is.
You need to say,
bro, dating.
For real.
You didn't have a clue either.
No, listen. I do know. But dating doesn't mean say that you're automatically with that person, and that's what that's basically what you're implying. So if I say dating, I'm saying, oh, they're just seeing each other. You can just see somebody and not have an intention for it to go any further.
Okay, we've established that you mean looking is fine.
I think
sorry.
One point we haven't actually touched on, which Shantae's very rightly pointed out just before we do wrap up the show. I think I said that 3 times. But have you or any of us been the victim of colorism?
I don't know.
Or can we give an example of how?
I don't believe I have. Racism, yes, but not colorism. No.
Not that I know of.
Yeah, I've been victim of. I think we all have.
I haven't.
I think we all have.
I have, because these men in school, used to say
Exactly.
black tar and all them things there, yeah.
And I'm sure there would be girls who would look on a man just because of our complexion and say no.
Say no.
So I'm sure, I'm quite certain.
Yeah, but like I say, I'm not saying it hasn't happened, but nothing that
I know about. Yeah.
I would just say not in a way that I can. What's that?
I think you knew about it still.
Knew about what?
when you was a victim.
Yeah.
You know about something.
No. I'm pretty sure you would have known.
That's interesting.
I don't know. Can you think of a time when you've experienced it?
What colorism? Yeah. Only like I can only say it in the terms of cussing, banter and stuff like that, but never in terms of it's been an obstacle in my life in any sort of way.
Obstacle like that now.
Yeah, racism, 100%. I could give you 1,000 examples, but not colorism for me. Weirdly. You know what I'm saying? Is that something, colorism, is that something that affects women more so than men in that respect?
I personally think it does.
I think so.
I personally think it does.
And I think colorism is more likely to affect you in
certain industries.
Yeah, industries. Yeah. Rather than just your general day-to-day life.
No,
I don't think so.
I disagree.
I can't. How does it affect you in your?
I can only think of the music industry that.
So how would it affect you in the day-to-day?
Getting a job, it might.
No,
racism. Would it be racism?
Not necessarily.
Not necessarily.
Well, you could go for a job with a guy that again, and it might be you two in the final too. There's a light-skinned guy, and they might take him over you because
that's an element of racism.
Yeah, but then
it's an element of racism.
because we can say the same thing, and this
Because
is why I say
why
I
they
don't
have
know
no
to
issue with the
speak.
Why is that
black
being a black
because
guy?
if
why is that
you talking about a black person,
Right, that's what I'm saying.
Oh, right, okay.
Two black guys, it's just one is lighter than the other.
No, you're saying a black man is the one making the decision. Because if it's a white man making a decision, then it's just racism. Because he's basically looking at you.
How's
your-
that racism?
It's not racist.
It is.
Either way, he's breaking a black man.
It's not.
How's that
Okay, can I
racism?
just ask something as well?
Suppose you got rid of all the white guys and you left the
It's
two
not
black
racist.
guys.
Point blank is not racism.
I need to ask this. Yeah. I need to give this example first. If me, let's just say two people go for a job. One dark-skinned girl, one light-skinned man. Yeah. If let's just say that the dark-skinned girl was better and everything like that, but the light-skinned man gets the job. Has she experienced colorism or is that sexism? Do you understand what I mean? So what I'm asking is colorism only in terms of having in the same sex? So I can't experience colorism.
You won't know unless you know the person's actual reason.
Exactly.
So you will never know. The only black person will know. Yeah. The person who made the decision knows what he has done.
But do they?
Let's wrap up. Man.
Right. Final thoughts, Riggs.
What's it like? Do they?
We didn't get onto it earlier, but I don't think colorism isn't just black race. Asians experience the same thing. There are many Asians that get looked down upon because they're darker.
There's a lot of Asians that bleach as well.
Yeah, and I saw something about it happening in like the Chinese thing, but then I'm not being racist, but to me they were all like the same kind of complexion anyway.
No, you know what? You get the face of China is fair skin, but you there are Chinese as dark as you.
Yeah, so it does happen everywhere. It's just obviously a subject for us and more prominent to us because it is something that we see and face on a daily basis. There's not really much for me to say on it. I don't agree with it, but it is a factor that we do have to, that is happening in the music industry. It is holding people back, I believe, but it is something that it's happening more with women, but not just in terms of complexion, but their whole look, and that needs to push for the European style. But yeah, it is what it is.
After all of that, that's what it is. Wow.
Shout out to Bradley and Jack P. I'm reading out that statement. Them comments in a minute. So.
Yeah, colorism. I just want to talk to the people in the black community. I think it's about time that we try and realize that it's something that has been installed in us, and we need to see that it's wrong. It's the same thing as racism. So if you're going to have an issue with a white person not liking somebody because of their color, then you're pretty much doing the same thing, but you're just going by under the disguise of being in the black community, and I think that's wrong. I also think black guys, we really and truly need to try and support the black women more, and like Craig said, celebrate them. You know what I mean? They hold us down, bro. They hold us down. That's it for me.
Yeah, I can only echo what those two have said. I do think as black people, we need to take a bit of responsibility for what is going on, and a lot of you see it as banter, but it is a problem, and it is a serious problem that needs to be addressed. It's all good fun and laughing about it, but the reality is the more you do that, the more the problem will not go away.
Sorry, we need to kill this team light skin, dark skin thing. Too many people say that's what I just told you.
That's effectively what I'm saying.
Man tried to take praise, you know. Man tried to take the props for what man just said.
I just let Dwayne finish what he's saying.
You know?
Yeah, I'm done. He just that was a roll. Man trying to steal my thunder, blood.
I'm gonna carry on from where Dwayne left off. Basically, yeah, it's what I've said before in different shows, and I think it counts to this. Like within our black community, let's stop giving ourselves the labels and this whole segregation thing. Yes, I get that. Yes, someone might be fairer skinned, someone might be dark skinned, but we're all black, and I don't know how we can actually solve it. I don't know, but there is an issue with it, and I think that I just haven't really thought about what I was going to say. You know what I'm saying? So what I'm going to do is just read out these couple of comments and wrap it up. Yeah. Right. Jack P has said, right, hold on, where is it here? it's also affects perception. Talking about dark skin, light skin. A light skin guy is perceived as less masculine and therefore less of a threat. Look at Drake.
Wow.
It's the truth, though. It's that bit that got me, right? Shout out to Bradley. He said, I don't agree with that statement, but Phil, everyone can have their viewpoint. It said, and Jack P said that they are always calling him soft and he's not about that life, etc.
Is Bradley light skin?
I don't know.
Okay.
I don't know. Right. Dion said, colorism is just one of the things that historically been used to separate the black community. I think it will take years for our community to change our inherited narrative. Yeah. And like I said, I agree. I just think it's getting better. It's nowhere near to where it needs to be. No, it's getting better.
We're going in the right direction.
Yeah. 100%. So
baby steps.
Yeah, guys, apologies about the disrupted stream at the beginning. We've obviously got that back on. We're trying to mesh them together, put them out there. Everyone who's watching, if you can, make sure that you give us a like, thumbs up, or thumbs down if you don't like us, whatever it is. YouTube people, please make sure you smash the like and subscribe button. And yeah, share this with all your friends. Let's just get talking, man. The more that we talk about issues, the more it may, I don't know, ignite someone's mind, come with a resolution of how to solve all of these issues.
And off the back of that, talking about the issues and getting it out in the media, like I said, Lioness's single DBT remix with Lady Leisha, Stush, Queedy. Have a look at it, YouTube.
Yeah, man. Let's get the likes up on all of them things there, man. Like, let's put it like the tune's banging. I'll be real, the tune's banging. So now what? You know what I'm saying? Because we put out there before in it about well, the tune's got to be banging. Yeah. Well, it is. So what are you gonna do? Yeah. All right. Cool. On that note,
bless up.
We're gone. We're out.
Hey, it's steaming and hot still.
You got a jacket on, bro.
No, it's not. It is a jacket.
He's got a jacket on there and it's steam rolled up. What are you? Are you hot? Like,
man's not.
What was the plan? Still on. Man just committed to look and said, fuck it, bro.